So, remember when I said I watched Monsters, Inc. for the purposes of making a ranking video that I quickly abandoned? Well, that was one of the 2 movies I watched for that ill-fated video. The other I watched was Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius. And since I won't be talking about the best animated feature nominees anytime soon, why not talk about it here? Jimmy Neutron is Nickelodeon's first CGI animated movie, and boy does it show. It's not a bad movie, but yeah, I should just jump right into it, shouldn't I? Jimmy Neutron is the smartest kid alive, capable of creating all sorts of amazing gadgets and contraptions. Though because of this, he is often the center of ridicule. But one day, he gets the idea of contacting aliens to offer a hand in galactic brotherhood, only for said aliens to come down and abduct all the parents in his neighborhood. And at first, the absence of adults are celebrated. But after a while of non-stop partying and rule breaking, they quickly realize life sucks as a kid with no parents. Thus, flinging Jimmy and friends into an adventure that'll force them to fix his mistake, forge new friendships, and push his brain power to its absolute limits to save their parents from being sacrificed to the aliens' ferocious god. I honestly don't know what to say about this one. I mean, I do like the message. Having a high IQ is not the same as having life experience. At least that's what I got from it. But at the same time, it's one of those movies where the main character causes the problem and has to fix said problem. Which, while not necessarily annoying, I mean, at least there's a good excuse for why it's happening. But nonetheless, it is still kind of groan-inducing. But at the same time, there was a lot of fun stuff in it. Retroland is a cool locale, and I would love to visit it. I like the entire idea behind Goddard. I can see why Hugh is a meme machine. I like the characters enough, though some of them probably should have stayed just as side characters. And it's just got a really fun and creative tone to it. Heck, my favorite part is without a doubt the embodiment of this. And it's where they have to maneuver their improvised spaceships through a meteor shower. And because each one is an amusement park ride, they do it in different ways. It's so fun and energetic and creative that I honestly wish it went on longer. Also, I only just realized that Nick's scary story is just a reference to the Blair Witch Project. But yeah, it still has a lot of problems. It's a very basic story, the animation has truly not aged super well in many areas, and it honestly just looks awkward and ugly at points. I already mentioned how we're just basically watching Jimmy clean up his mess, which I don't hate the idea, it's just kind of boring. You know, you're just sitting there thinking, yeah, what else did you think was going to happen by talking to strangers? And then you've got little problems like, how can they breathe in space? Actually, there is an answer for that. You see,
spoon, 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 June, 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 spittoon, spittoon, spittoon!
But even for all of its issues, I think for a first CGI outing, it wasn't a bad start. I honestly give it a 7 out of 10. I think I might revisit this one every once in a while, but I don't know. I, ironically enough, feel more inclined going back to the barnyard before I go back to Jimmy's lab. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Undead Sonic 89 for his courteous $30 pledge on Patreon. Through his support, both this channel and my second one can keep making bigger and better projects. Thank you tremendously for your support.